This video is sponsored by Cohen Financial. More on them later.
If you decide to use the leftover bathroom tiles from the construction in the facade and backyard accent walls, you might have to wait a little bit to sell your property.
Welcome to the channel. This is where I review and critique every single family home that comes on the market in Beverly Hills in about 5 minutes. And in today's episode, we're going to review 1041 Laurel Way, Beverly Hills, north of Sunset, which is listed for $22.8 million. Now, you know how this goes. In the first 2 minutes, I critique the property on my 10 factors of quality. And then right after that, I will share with you guys how I would have marketed this property differently. And then at the end of the video, I will share with you guys my favorite comp for valuation purposes. How do I know this stuff? My name is 𝐷𝐸𝐵𝐻𝐸𝐿. I'm a real estate agent by day based in Beverly Hills, and a critic and an analyst and a real estate enthusiast at nighttime. You got that? Let's go. Location: Beverly Hills, north of Sunset. It gets a 10. Lot quality: over 22,500 square foot. To my eye, 65% flat. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. Lot orientation: west facing. I'm gonna give it an 8. Lot utilization: you have a short driveway, massive frontage. Your backyard is your side yard, and your side yard is your backyard. I'm still gonna give it a 7. Privacy: no one looks into your property. You're well spaced from your neighbors. I'm gonna give it an 8. Views: it's not a view property. It's gonna get a 0. Scale and architectural style: scale is actually pretty damn good. Architecturally, it's an American 1987 Mediterranean, which means it doesn't look like the real thing. It's not authentic. More on this topic at the end of the video. I'm gonna give it a 5. Layout: it doesn't have a wow factor when you walk in. The kitchen is kind of closed. It does have the right amount of bedrooms in the right places, but it's a little awkward. I'm gonna give it a 6. Finishes: this is where things get really bad. The finishes have aged since they've done it in 2017, but even then, they were just so cheaply done for Beverly Hills, north of Sunset, for the neighborhood. I'm not gonna show you guys everything, but I will show you Exhibit A because it does all the talking. I call it the wall of shame. Putting a marble pattern toilet tiles on an outdoor exterior wall is criminal, and it's punishable in my channel by a score of Z-. I still have to be consistent. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. X factor: opportunity blundered. I don't understand, when you're in an area where there are exit comps for like 4,500 on the high end and 2,200 on the low end, why would you cheap it out when you can 10x your investment? In this case, I think there's actually a lot of potential. If you take the wall of shame down, redo the windows and some of the finishes, you might have a lot of upside. But the owners right now are in it at a very low cost base, so it makes for them to rent it out, and they're making decent amount. But this property wouldn't make sense for a new buyer to come in and purchase it at this price and make a decent return out of it. And for those reasons, I'm still gonna give it a 5. Now, before I tell you the 𝐷𝐸𝐵 score, a word from our sponsors, Cohen Financial. Do you know why I use Mark Cohen for my own mortgages? No, it's not because he's the most successful. Yes, he's originated $10 billion worth of loan in the last 10 years, which is great. It's unheard of, but good for him. What I care for is the fact that he doesn't bullshit me. Over the first phone conversation when I call him, he tells me immediately the best available rate in the market for the product that I'm looking for. And when he doesn't have it, he makes an introduction to the bank that it does. I respect that. He always delivers on his promises. Here's his phone number. Give him a call. And also don't forget to thank him for supporting your favorite channel. Okay, the 𝐷𝐸𝐵 score is a 61, and that's a D-. Now you're thinking, how would have you marketed this property differently? Oh boy, I would have suggested all these changes to the sellers before they listed this property. I really feel bad for the listing agents, because imagine them walking past this wall of shame and keeping a straight face. But hey, they've chose to pick this listing up at this astronomical price, which doesn't make any sense to me, and I will show you guys why. My favorite comp for valuation purposes is 1181 Laurel Way, up the street from it. Look, it has a similar location, similar size, similar scale, similar lot utilization, similar lot orientation, different finishes. The comp is dated, but it's neutral. It actually goes with the architectural style. This property decided to modernize it, and it has failed miserably. And this comp sold for right above $1,500 a foot, and with the help of an expert, you can start right there and adjust the price so you don't overpay for the property. Now, it's never a bad idea to contact the listing agents. Give them a call. Here's their information. And if you want my expertise, here's here's my information, arvin@arvinhadad.com. Now, if you like this video, this house is kind of similar, you should check it out. Now, I also have to share with you, the content of this video is purely my personal opinion. Real estate analysis is subjective in nature, and I don't guarantee the accuracy of information. In fact, you should go see the property yourself in person. You should review all the information available online. You should contact the city and form your own independent decisions. Now, tell me in the comments below if you agree or disagree with my analysis, and hit the subscribe button and the bell button so you'll be notified as soon as the property hits the market in Beverly Hills.